let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher the time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born, we paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. We about to set the tone, we about to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah. We on a new elevation, we came here to shatter the mold. We gon' shatter the mold. Yeah. We about to set the tone, we about to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah. We on a new elevation, we came here to shatter the mold. Yeah. I know you hear it, I know you see it. We got a fearless, we got a genius, we got defiance, we got a beacons, we got a true believers. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah. Greatness.
Riding
you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock. Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising.
Hello and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Lisa Rock Jones and
John Randy Smith. Let's bring you our pre-show to WWE Hell in a Cell. It'll come at you this Sunday on Tuesday in the Rosemont, Illinois at the Allstate Arena.
we have 6 matches down in total. But I would say strongly that there is a chance, considering that we are still yet to see the final SmackDown, at least at the time this is being recorded, that may go up by 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah, so we say this strongly, hard subject to change.
We start things off with a rivalry slash feud going back to AT&T Stadium
At WrestleMania 38.
when Cody Rhodes decided to make the jump from a company that must not be named
To WWE.
to be Seth Rollins' mystery opponent at WrestleMania. After that WrestleMania match, they kind of seemingly left things off with a kind of handshake. Only that wasn't good enough for Mr. Rollins, so he decided to have a rematch at Backlash.
Which went again in the favour of the American Nightmare.
Now you would think that after losing twice in a row to Cody Rhodes, that Seth Rollins would
Did it be?
no, but on the Raw which followed Backlash, we saw that Cody Rhodes was given a United States Championship match against Mr. Fury.
But Seth Rollins stuck his nose in and interfered in the match.
Yes, by having a brutal attack on Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes has then decided to hopefully finish this feud once and for all, except this time it will take place inside the structure known as Hell in a Cell.
With Seth Rollins accepted the challenge, but has Seth Rollins realised what happened the last time he said the Hell in a Cell structure?
Well, remember, I will say this, and we'll get into this a bit more later. Rollins may have lost his last match inside Hell in a Cell, but he probably did cause Edge's brain to go a bit cuckoo.
We'll get on to that later. Now we will move on to our next match, which is going to be for the Raw Women's title.
Now, this match
Was supposed to be.
yeah, did have one or two tweaks done to it.
Yes.
Because Becky Lynch, the significant other of Seth Rollins, has not been happy since losing the Raw Women's Championship to Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
No, she hasn't. And to make matters worse, when Becky Lynch came out to cut a promo, she was interrupted by the Empress of Tomorrow.
All this taking place whilst Bianca Belair took a bit of a slight detour to deal with then power-hungry Sonya Deville.
Who is not anymore, thank God.
Then Adam Pearce decided that we would have Becky Lynch versus Asuka. The winner would face Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell. With I would say, slight combination of a distraction from Belair and Green Mist.
Green Mist chased to jury.
Asuka would pick up the victory to get this title shot. Oh no, that's not good enough for Becky Lynch. Because the next week, she's complaining to Adam Pearce about the use of the Green Mist.
Then Asuka cheated and all this, usual stuff.
So then we have a rematch where if Becky Lynch wins, the match becomes a triple threat match. And then behold, Becky Lynch would win the match, and now we have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka and Becky Lynch.
Our next match is a match between a WrestleMania rematch between Bobby Lashley and Omos, with MVP in Omos's corner.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Okay, again, let's rewind back to WrestleMania.
Yes. Okay.
Omos essentially put out an open challenge. That was answered by Bobby Lashley for a WrestleMania match. Lashley would win that match. But then, due to MVP's absence in that match, and essentially Lashley taking all the glory, MVP would turn on Bobby Lashley and align himself with Omos, thus turning Lashley face.
On the night after Mania.
So then a rematch was scheduled to take place at Backlash.
Yes.
which just a little bit of outside interference from MVP almost would pick up the victory. Classic 50-50 booking.
Absolutely.
Then on Raw, a couple of weeks later, we would have him face off again inside the steel cage.
With Bobby Lashley winning the match through unusual circumstances.
Yes, because we all know steel cage matches 90% of the time pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. But they're not crystal clear of how to escape the cage. Because Lashley was thrown into the cage wall. Cage wall gave in. And because Lashley's feet touched the floor, technically Lashley was awarded the victory.
Much to the annoyance of MVP and Ross.
Then the week after that, we had a challenge in which Lashley challenged MVP to a match where the winner would pick a stipulation for another Lashley Armos rematch at Hell in a Cell. MVP won that match by countout.
Because Omos decided to get involved in the match.
So then it was decided that Omos and MVP would take on Bobby Lashley in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Which to me screams, we do this so that Omos can lose without actually losing.
Yeah. It does scream that. Now, our next match is a bad blood rivalry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to say the new meaning of WWE.
Yes.
Because WWE now stands for Walk with Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, a.k.a. Elias, with Kevin Owen, who has been making his mission to say, look, Ezekiel is Elias.
Yes, after WrestleMania, this whole thing is bizarre. Elias was written off of TV late last year, and after WrestleMania, they re-debuted him as Ezekiel, who is supposed to be Elias's brother.
And there's no fooling anybody with that.
I would say the favourite is probably Ezekiel.
Likewise. Then, our next match will be for the United States Championship.
Yes,
As Theory is not by Mustafa Ali.
yes, Theory has been doing some things at the expense of Mustafa Ali. Of course, the addition of Tommaso Ciampa into this as well has been a bit unfair. So basically, this came about because on Raw this past week, I believe they did Mustafa Ali versus Tommaso Ciampa. The winner would face Theory for the United States Championship. Theory then decided that United States Championship match would take place immediately after Mustafa Ali defeated Ciampa. So they had that match, and of course Theory would win it relatively easy. Then Adam Pearce came out and said that they would face off again at Hell in a Cell. Our final match, or advertised match for the moment, is a 6-person mixed tag team match.
As the team, or the team, should I say?
Well, we'll explain this again by yet again rewinding to WrestleMania.
Yes. Okay, we have rewound.
So on the build to WrestleMania, of course, Edge put out an open challenge.
Which was answered with AJ Styles.
Yes. Then Edge would essentially attack AJ Styles and hit him with a concerto.
Turning him heel in the process.
Then we would get to the WrestleMania match. Styles had the match won, only for a figure to appear and distract Edge. Distract Edge? I mean distract Styles.
Yes.
That person would turn out to be Damian Priest. This feud would continue into a Backlash, where AJ Styles had managed to get a rematch and have Damian Priest banned from ringside. The problem is that no one else was, so yet again AJ Styles would find himself the victim of a distraction. Except this time that distraction would come from Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
So AJ Styles would essentially go looking for some backup.
Yes, in the form of Rhea Ripley's former tag team partner, Liv Morgan.
Yes, Liv Morgan had, of course, had some issues building with Rhea Ripley. And then just before and just after Priest's alliance with Edge, Finn Balor had also had a few problems with Damian Priest. So now we have Bullet Club 3.0, or however many times they've had the Bullet Club in different forms.
Taking on Judgment Day.
Yes, not the same Judgment Day that was once the name of a WWE live event.
No, not that. So let's run you through the card one more time.
Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins look to finish their rivalry once and for all inside Hell in a Cell.
Bianca Belair will defend her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka and Becky Lynch.
Bobby Lashley faces Omos and MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Ezekiel will take on Kevin Owens one-on-one.
Bayley will defend the United States Championship against Mustafa Ali.
And the Bullet Club 3.0 in Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan will take on the Judgment Day of Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley.
That's what's advertised. If we had to speculate about anything possibly being added, we would say it's possibly something with Ronda Rousey.
And maybe something with the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Who are now currently in the middle of something with a newly formed team of necessity between Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura.
So that does it for our Hell in a Cell pre-show. Join us next week for our reactions to Hell in a Cell 2022. Until then, he's been
Mr. Rock Jones, and he's been.
I'm really. We will see you next week. Reactions to Hell in a Cell.